So what we're doing, I had a quilt that I designed years and years and years ago, real simple blocks, and we're doing a sew along. We are on week 10. I just uploaded the pattern. It's on the website. So it's on the Quilters HQ website. So you have to go there to download it. It is free to download. And you can use your own fabrics, or you can get a kit from us. The kits are $5. And this is, again, this was early on in my sewing career, and it was one that I designed, so I made it really easy. So, and you'll see how easy, because this is all triangles. So I'm using AccuQuilt to cut it. This is die number 5 from the 9-inch cube. One of the things I like to do when I'm cutting is measure my die, and you can see I drew lines on my die so that I know where to place the fabric. And so I'm just going to measure. So this is 3.5. So I need a 4-inch strip. I'll need that in a second. So
we do this every week.
Every week.
This is the 10th week of the block of the week.
Block of the week.
So you sew along with us or get the pattern.
Yep.
Download it from the website.
So advanced cutting is, so we need 16 of these, and I can cut 6 layers at a time. So I'm layering my purple, it's actually called iris, and my black at the same time, which is, and so I always talk about this when I'm talking to people about AccuQuilt, but I never demo it. And so I'm getting stuck here. When you take these off and you pull this off and you have them stacked like this, you can just pick them up just like this and start sewing. So they're already cut. So
Are
that
they
gets
dog-eared
me
for you?
an already dog-eared. So that's 6.
How big is the strip on the table there before cutting? 9 inches.
This is a 9-inch strip. So
I know because I cut them.
That was Susan. And so that's what you get in your kit. This is a fat 8. So there's 12 of my 16. Not going to get one out of that, so that goes in the rubbish. And how much do I have left here? I have 5. So I'm not going to trim it down a 1/2 inch. I'm just going to cut. So 13, 14, 15, 16, I need just 2 layers of this. And then the remainder I can use for my sashing, which we've already uploaded all of the directions you need to make the sashing for this quilt as well. We had it up there last week, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. Claude, you know?
I missed that. Which one?
The sashing and the cornerstone for this quilt.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago.
And there we go. There's all 16 cut. So if you've ever not been a believer that AccuQuilt saves you time, you decide, because that's a block completely cut out. And then I'm just going to take these pieces, put them right here. I've already got my little magnet right here. Somebody's got the presser foot pressure. And then sew these together. So I know we're doing like, how many kits are we cutting for these? Like 15, 16?
Oh, 1,000, 1,500. I don't know.
Not
I
quite
just
that
cut
many.
and cut and cut.
It's not quite that many.
We
is
were
it?
doing about 17. I think we're over 20 now, maybe.
That's good. A lot of people sewing along, which is great.
And it's not too late to start. If you want to start from week 1, all you have to do is make it mine and let us know that, and we'll have all of those kits ready for you.
And if you're not here locally, then we can hold those and ship 4 at a time or something to that
10
matter.
at a time.
Yeah, whatever you'd like.
Yeah. Not pre-cut like this. It's you get the 2 fat 8.
It's
A little wobbly here tonight. I don't know. So see what I mean about just you can just pick up your pieces and sew them together. I think this one. Do we have any more of the TL18s? We only have the 2020s, right?
Yeah, we only have the 2020s in stock right now, and I don't know if we've got any 2010s left other than the one they're on back order again, maybe? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'll find out.
I know there's no TLs.
Yeah.
Those have been on back order for a little bit.
It's a great machine. Quilter, making bags. Yeah. Price on this one is $9.99.
Yep.
I think this is the only one we have.
They went fast. We got them, and they were all gone, so...
So the strips side by side or end to end?
Nope, side by side. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. That never happens, right?
Jelly roll race.
Yeah, it was on something else though.
Oh.
Awesome, 16. Counted right. Okay. So, thank you. With these, we're going to press towards the dark, and then we're going to lay it out. This is called the multi-function finger presser tool, also known as the doohickey. People love this tool. And this is why. Yeah. So I was just looking at my block to make sure that all of our seams can go towards the dark, and they can. Got another pinwheel. Maybe I thought if I did enough pinwheels, I would master it. I still struggle with pinwheels, but they are very pretty.
In the layout?
Yep. So I can't tell you how many pinwheel blocks I've had that ended up like that, you know, with a face in the wrong way. There's just something about pinwheels. So this little tool, this doohickey, saves you time from having to go to the ironing board, and I am all about anything that saves me time. I'm really liking this pale purple next to the black. It's going to be a very...
The colors came together really well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very dramatic quilt with the black and the solids. I don't know about you. Let me know. Do you always lay out your block before you piece it together?
Just checking you. Being a second set of eyes.
Well, that's good, because the ones I have barely work as it is.
Yeah, we do have some new fabrics in, so they're pretty cool.
Beautiful. They remind me of the tropics, an island.
Oh, an island for up in the cold.
Okay,
Sounds
so
pretty good right now.
Nope.
Okay. You're building from the center out, right?
Yep, I am building from the center out.
want to see what it looks like, right? Kind of stare at it.
Well, you want to get your pieces in the right order. That's a lesson that I learned the hard way, because I didn't have YouTube videos when I started sewing. So, yeah, that looks right. Last 4. That goes out.
Jackie was asking about the total amount she should cut off from the 5 yards of the black fabric just to make one block.
It depends on if she's cutting with AccuQuilt or if she's cutting with a rotary cutter. So if she's cutting with a rotary cutter, there are a lot of these that use the same size block, and so then she would follow the rotary cutting instructions. So for example, this one calls for 3 1/8, so she would cut a 3 1/8 strip. If she's using AccuQuilt, then it's a little bit more than the 3 1/8. I think it was, what did I cut, 4 1/2 or 4? I think it was 4 inches.
Yep, 4.
4 inches. Okay, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to piece this in sections, or do I want to piece, and I think what I'm going to do is piece the pinwheel first, because that's where the focal point is on this block, and so I want to make sure that this pinwheel has really nice points, because that's what people are going to see first. So I'm going to piece that. And then that one. And then I'm just making sure that my seams are nested here. Last week's was almost the same block, but different layout.
Can she cut 4-inch blocks instead of 3/8 and trim to 3-inch?
No. The reason for that is you're actually, when you're doing the rotary cutting, you're cutting that block 3 1/8, and then you're going to cut it corner to corner diagonally to get your piece. And when you do that enough times, you'll be like, I need an AccuQuilt. The 8-inch corners and angles are still on back order. They're close to the United States. They told me that they are on a boat in the port of Long Beach, out on the ocean.
It's always nice to know that something's out there floating around to get here.
Yep.
Working its way over.
Yeah.
Well, that's the story for a lot of things. We had that with machines for quite some time, too.
Oh, yeah. It still is the case, off and on. Hi, Chrissy.
We just need to do more manufacturing here in the U.S.
A little bit.
And there we go. See how nice the points look on that? I'm going to press this open. Normally I wouldn't press my seams open. And the reason for that is anytime you have an open seam like this, you're batting over time. It gets really fuzzy, and those little pieces of fuzz can work their way up through your quilt, and then it needs a shave. Okay, so let's do these. I'm actually going to press this back the other way so that I can nest this seam this way.
That is, well, it's nicknamed the doohickey tool, but it's the, what is it?
Multi-function finger presser tool. I think they're $7.99. Yeah, it's worth it because I don't have to walk over to the iron every time I piece one of these seams. And you can see it doesn't make a permanent crease in your fabric because I'm able to repress it because I want that one. I want to nest these seams. Make sure I'm sewing it the right way.
These blocks go pretty quick.
They do go pretty quick, so I need that to be like that. Okay. Just making sure I have the right way when I'm sewing it. That never happens to me where I sew on the wrong side of the block. It happens so much I check twice. And sometimes it still happens. I don't know how that happens. You check twice and I don't know. We did the Storm at Sea block, and I don't know what happened from here to here, but I sewed those together
It's
wrong.
like a sock missing in the dryer.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. Bermuda Triangle.
I did more
The dryer is the Bermuda Triangle.
unsewing and repiecing on that quilt. So it happens to all of us. One more for that.
So most of the blocks in this quilt are the same size. Do you recommend AccuQuilt for cutting?
I recommend AccuQuilt for everything. I am not exaggerating when I tell you if I can't make it with AccuQuilt, I'm probably not going to make it. And the reason for that is I don't have a lot of time to sew. So what time I do have, I want to be sewing and not cutting. And this makes the piecing easier as well, because you can see I'm not having to go back and trim off the dog ears, because that's time that gets added to your quilting that's not truly sewing. You're just, you know, finishing up. So, and even if you do have the time, if you're retired or, you know, you've got a lot of extra time, I don't know anybody like that, but
Retired people don't necessarily
I was going to say, even
have a lot
retired
of
people
time.
don't have retirement time.
I used to laugh at retirees that would say, I'm busier now than before I retired, and I'd go, what?
That doesn't sound right.
yep. So totally get it. So just like I pointed out last week, so when I'm sewing and I want these points to line up, I'm going to aim for this intersection with my needle when I'm sewing the seam so that I get sharp points all the way around.
We'll get one down for you, Ruth.
What are we getting?
Multi-finger function pressing tools. The doohickey.
The doohickey.
She's local, so.
Okay, we'll get one for you. I guess I gotta just turn these around instead of repressing the seam the wrong way. But yeah, so much easier. So even if it's like just a couple of seconds off of your project, it's worth it. All those seconds add up, right?
Time is the most valuable commodity we have.
It is the only commodity, I think.
There you go.
Can't get any more of it. I've always heard that expression, by land, they're not making any more of it, but I think they're making more in Hawaii.
The natural way.
The natural way, right? Okay. Center section, I'm just going to sew these on real quick. I don't know, does this one seem like it's taking longer?
It's a little bit longer of a block, but still not real long. Some of them truly were 5 minutes.
I think that was last week or the week
Last,
before.
yeah, it was
kinda,
super fast. Yeah.
Super fast. It's the ones with the layout where you got to watch your triangles before they and my foot's getting.
Donna says Aki quilts are just too pricey, but you should tell her about our discount that we have.
Yep, the code is QHQACC, and we have an everyday discount on AccuQuilt. So, and if you're, I can't tell you what that is because they have rules, but it's a hefty discount.
You're welcome to call and.
Yep.
You can probably find something in your price range, though.
Yes, we can.
I mean, there's 3 levels, really, right? So.
Well, the MSRP on the Go is $2.99. So with that one, you get the value die. The Ready Set Go is $4.49, and then before the discount. So if you go to our website and just put it in and put in the discount, it'll tell you what the price is. And that's QHQACC. For AccuQuilt. Okay, so I waited to press the seams on these because I wanted to see which way my seams were going here. So I'm going to press this one this way. And this one this way as well. One last line up to make sure it's right, and it's not. It's going this way. There we go. Now I need to redo the seams.
Well, thank goodness you have the multi-finger pressure tool.
You just tease us with that.
Yeah, maybe.
I really
Think
know.
Maybe.
But we like it.
He's a good sport. And then I'm just going to make sure my seams are nested when I get them. And then once we're done here, I'm going to take the whole thing over to the Laura Star iron. And give it a really good press. So again, I'm just checking my seams to make sure I'm going the right way. All looks good so far.
Can you use the smaller, the Go Me to cut out the pieces?
You absolutely could.
So you can use the Go Me. Hey.
And that one is 129 or 130. I think it's like 130 or something like that. So yes, you could. And you would need the 9-inch cube. And that'll cut out the majority of these blocks. There are some that it won't. There's some in here that I didn't want to redo because I think they do add a lot to the quilt. But there are some blocks that you cannot cut out with AccuQuilt. So I guess that's not wholly accurate when I say I'm not going to make it. Because I am going to remake it. But
Do we offer financing on any of that?
we do.
So.
Just give us a call.
Yep. So there's always options available.
Yep. So we'll do 6 months on just about anything.
Yep. We're doing the block of the week. This is week 10. You're welcome to download the pattern on the website and make it with your own fabrics, or if you'd like us to ship you a kit, we can do that as well.
And there we go.
So what's the size of this block?
This is 9-inch finished block.
Okay.
So should be 9.5 when I press it. So let off some steam here.
Woohoo!
I know. It should come with a.
This morning, and we're using the steam. It's like a sauna on my face. It felt really good.
I wonder if it closes up your pores or opens them up.
Let's find out.
Uh-huh. Yep. Guinea pig, I feel it coming on.
No, this is actually a dry steam. I do have one kind of wonky seam right here. So I'm just going to put some steam on it to make sure it lays down, because it's kind of distorting the block a little bit. But this is a dry steam, so you don't have to worry about your block shrinking, which has happened to me, and that's painful. So there it is, week 10, all finished.
Week 10. Done.
Done.
That's not too bad, but
That one was about 30
30
minutes.
minutes on that block, yeah.
That's a cool
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
I like this one a lot.
Turn it different ways and it looks completely different.
No. I think it looks
Maybe it was the 3D part. There you go.
Yeah, it looks different from from that angle. You're right. From where I'm seeing it, it does look different.
Okay, there you go.